Alright gamers, welcome back to another episode of Game Master's Dungeons What's in the Box. Today CJ and I are going to talk about an exciting new set, Horus Heresy, Betrayal at Calth. If any of you have watched our starting video on our Warhammer 30k army commencement, this is going to tie in really good to that because we're going to be using a lot of the models that are in here as the basis for our armies.
Yes.
So we've ordered a couple of these to get us each started, and then we've got some other bits coming as well, so we're going to do another video once we get all the other bits in, we start doing some building of this stuff. But this video is just going to be about the contents of this box and what's in there just as the game itself, not necessarily, you know, we're going to talk about a whole lot of what we're going to do with it, but we're going to talk about it as a game. So, with that said, let's get started. Alright gamers, let's get started with this. So once again, we've got the Horus Heresy Betrayal at Calth box set.
Artwork's just fantastic on that front.
Oh yeah, the artwork is fantastic. I do love the work that Games Workshop does with their art. And then you look at the back here.
Pretty sweet.
Like it's got a pretty, so it's got, you know, the usual, the word bearers and the Ultramarines all painted up and the cards and the dice and all that stuff. It looks like a really, really fun board game. It's got a list of all the cool stuff that comes in there. But instead of just reading it off, we're going to take a look at it.
Yes.
So CJ, why don't you open her up and get us started here? Alright, so the first thing obviously you see when you open the box is you see all the sprues.
All them bits.
And what's cool, like if you even look on the side of the box, it shows you some configurations and some paint jobs of the different models that you're going to get in there, so you can really see, get you all excited for painting and gaming. Well, obviously the first thing that I'd like to see is this loose little sprue here. We've got, so this is a sprue that contains both of the basically the HQ options. Let me get a little closer here. So as you can see, this looks like part like the cape for the Legion Praetor and the Cataphract Terminator armor. You've got your two parts right there for your Centurion, and you've got like his mace. So it looks like he's going to be a chaplain, which is what I'm going to make him as for my Dark Angels army. We got some pretty cool sculpts.
They got a lot of really cool detail on them.
They do, like the little plume on the helmet, the different like the plasma pistol, even the Praetor's got like, looks like a Combi Weapon. Looks like, yeah, and he's like 4 or 5 pieces, and he's got a chain fist with that. No. Which is actually, it's not a bad upgrade. Not a bad upgrade at all, honestly. So far we're pretty impressed with the sculpts and the way, and obviously it's like not necessarily a snap together, but it goes together a little easier than just regular Space Marines or whatever that you would normally get out of a regular box set. But onto that though, set this guy aside. All right, CJ, why don't you talk about these bits?
All right. So these bits we have here, I'll show you front because the faces are facing a certain way, and then backs are a different way. This is the chest, the backpack, the heads, and some extra bits. So I actually like the helmets on these guys. They're pretty cool.
Because you're going to be playing Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think these are. this is all Mark IV armor that you get in here. This is another one of the same thing he's holding there.
Yeah.
But I think it looks pretty good, honestly. Those helmets. Obviously, the Mark II ones are going to have like the very knight-esque with like the face grate and all that other stuff.
Especially the Iron Warrior bits.
Yeah, the Iron Warrior ones are going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah. But just these themselves are pretty fantastic. And these are just go together just like a regular Space Marine kit.
Yep, got to put the front and the back of the torso together.
Yep.
Put the backpack on, the head on. Because then, like, you got this one right here. So this is all your arms and your legs for, looks like this is for the sprue of 5 guys in there. So you got 5 sets of legs. You've got, looks like a power fist, another power fist. You've got regular bolters here on this row. You've even got like holstered pistols and ammo packs. It looks like a pretty like tooled out Space Marine kit that you would normally buy, because I put a lot of Space Marines together, and this is a lot of stuff that you get in there.
Yeah.
This you got like a melt-a-gun in there. You've got some bits for combi weapons. So there's like combi plasma, combi melta, combi flamer in there. It looks like you've even got bits for just, or the other part of another combi weapon. Like you can even make just a basically a combi bolter, like a twin link bolter. Then the guns do look a little different than they do in the 40K, which is kind of cool. I do like the rustic look. I don't know if we can get it close enough to look at them in there. Let's move these aside. There we go. Some pretty cool stuff there. Alright, CG, I'll let you talk about this one.
Alright, so this sprue is the Contemptor Dreadnought.
Yep.
Yeah. Good stuff. It's got its body. The body's really sweet looking. And then looks like we have Melta.
You got like the multi-melta.
The multi-Melta. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, which makes it like a, instead of looking like they do in 40K, I think they're side by side, because it looks like those 2 sets of arms go together like that.
Yep.
So it's like that instead of like.
Yeah, and then there's the autocannon. There's the 2 flamers.
Yeah. Oh, because the fist it's incorporated a flamer or a heavy flamer or something like that. Because I think the fist goes on that, or is it the same arm?
These are 2 different arms.
Oh, okay.
This looks like it might be part of the fist.
Yeah, that's the opposing arm because it's got the ball that fits into the shoulder socket.
So, it's pretty sweet looking though.
Be really cool to see it built. I do think it's very just like because if you get the ones from like Forge World, they have a little more action type pose. This one's very just kind of just standing up, you know, very robotic. But still, I mean,
I am robot.
To getting a Contemptor Dreadnought model with several options inside of a box of other stuff, like that's really good.
Oh yeah.
Really good price, really good deal for the stuff you get.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
So like this one comes in 2 sections. Let me just slide this off to the side there. Here we go. So here we've got, let me see. So we've got like right up here's part of the missile launcher. Looks like the other part of the missile launcher down there. I do like the way the missile launchers look. Because they've got, it's like a very like, it's like a cone at the end that the missile like goes into. I don't know if we can even get it up there close enough to see. If you can see what it looks like right there. It's a pretty cool looking weapon pieces. You get a bunch of combat blades, because in the 30K your Marines have the ability to purchase combat blades. So you have your bolter, your bolt pistol, and your combat blades, so you get your extra attack in close combat. More sets of legs.
Looks like there's a claw here.
Oh. Yeah, it looks like a bit for probably lightning claw. Where's the rest of it?
That's a good question.
Because there's a power fist. Oh.
I mean, does it just go, yep. It looks like it goes right on the knuckles.
That's kind of cool if that's just like, oh, glue on this little bit and there you go. Yeah, actually. And or you could even go like right there as well. Because basically lightning claw, all this is a power fist with some claws on it. So you get a bunch more pistols, more ammo packs, multiple sets of legs. You get more bits for like, so melt-a-gun, your combi weapons. Because you get 30 Marines total in this kit. So which is absolutely fantastic for the price that you pay for this set. You get a ton of models. So here, take that one. Yeah, because it's like, so here's, these 2 are the same Because, like, you know, you got your 3...
This one has the other set of torsos,
Yep.
heads,
shoulder pads.
shoulder pads.
Yeah, this one's got more shoulder pads on there as well. See, I've ordered my Dark Angel shoulder pads, so I can pretty much build and then just leave the shoulder pad off just when I get them, just paint them and then glue them on, which is probably what I'm gonna want to do because I want to start building pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
There's even options for like a heavy bolter in there. So you got like 3 missile launchers.
See, chainsword there.
Yep, and then it looks like a
Power sword.
power sword, very cavalier-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Another set of claws for a lightning claw.
Yep, I have another set here.
Yep. More
Got
power
a
fists.
Plasma gun.
Yep, I got a flamer right here as well. Then obviously the different sets of legs. I like how they kind of changed up how the legs look, because you've got the ones that have the studded.
Yeah, those ones are cool.
Like the studded leg, then you got ones that's got the studded kneecap brace on it.
The flamers look pretty sweet.
Yeah, very, like, they have that really rustic look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's just got the canister on the bottom, and it's got its conical front. It looks like it's got a thing at the top where you would, like, hold it. You know, you would hold it like this, and you would hold the top like that, because if you look at it right there.
Yeah.
Or how you would carry it, but then it's got the underslung underneath, where you would hold it.
Mm-hmm. Shoulder pads look pretty cool. I mean, a lot of them are blank, but they do have the
You've got
the studded ones. There's like 4, I think.
That's one thing I've always hated doing is putting transfers on shoulder pads. That's why I like the ones that come from Forge World, because they have like the raised symbol of the Legion on there. That's some pretty cool sets there.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got, boom, these are your 5 Cataphracti Terminators. So look at all that. So you've got bits for dual lightning claws. So you got 1, 2. I like the way those look. They're very just, you know, 3, 4, say 5. You got 1, 2, 3, at least 4, 5 chain fists. You got the heavy flamer bit in there. You got all your combi weapons right here, and your legs and your backpacks. Obviously, the Cataphracti Terminator armor, they provide the 4+ invulnerable with the 2+ armor, but they gain slow and purposeful.
Yeah.
Because they're a little more bulky, a little slower. But that's okay with me. I even like, so if you look at like right here, CJ, I don't know if we can get them on there, on the arms and stuff. They have like these little, looks like little pauldron things that kind of drape over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't know exactly how to word it, but like those things that like captains would have on their, like ship captains would have on their shoulders, little tassels or whatever. That's kind of cool. Plus the fronts look really sweet. They're a lot bigger than a regular Terminator. And the legs, very mechanical. I think I might build and paint the Terminators first. I don't know. Because I'm playing Dark Angel, so I'm easy. Just paint them all black.
Mine are almost as easy. Mine's just paint them all silver.
Right. You got all your bases. Pretty standard. Oh, so now they're not on the 25 mil bases. I think they're on the 32 millimeter bases. You look at them. They're on the regular Marines are on the slightly larger base. Then you've got your Terminator bases in there, and you've got your one for your Dreadnought. So they're on bigger bases, so you could do more base work with them instead of just a little dinky thing. So here we got your dice for the game. Open them up. So you've got your blanks, which are your misses. Okay. You've got, I don't know if we can get it on there. So that symbol's like your hit. This symbol is your critical hit. And these are your defensive symbols. So when you're rolling for defense, these are the ones that like will save you from damage. So you get, what is it? You get 12 dice.
Not bad. Criticals.
Critical hits. All the criticals. That's all. Okay. CJ, what do you got next?
So we got the cards. Show a little bit more here. So these are the 2 army cards. Think there's objective cards in here?
Well, it's like, here, let's just break them open. So I know, like, the Contemptor Dreadnought, it's got, like, it takes damage to different parts of its body. Because, like, if you look at this one right here, so, like, left leg shows you the armor and the stamina. Maybe. I don't have fingernails no more. Oh, there we go. Break them open. Maybe. So let's see, you want to separate those? Alright, so we've got, so these are like your base stats for like your Legion Veteran Tactical Squad. For your Ultramarines, these are the ones for the Word Bearers. This is the card for your Legion Terminator Squad. These are your, and then these are the 2 rule sets for, what is it? Captain Athan. And then this is Kurthus Sid. Don't mind the atrocious enunciation. So like it's got their regular stats and their special abilities. And then on the back you've got the wounded version of them. And then you've got, this is your card for your Contemptor Dreadnought, like that particular character. So Sor Garax, the Bull. So it's pretty cool. Some really cool artwork on there. On the back, you've got some different squad compositions, war gear options, things like that. CJ, what do you got in there?
So first deck is the cards for the damage on Sir Garax. So I mean, it breaks it down. So there's left leg, right leg, heavy weapon arm, the power fist arm, the sarcophagus, and the automatic power core, or atomic, automatic. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Automatic.
Basically just the power core.
Yep. It shows like the different armor it has and the stamina it has, and the damage effects. So if it gets damaged there, what each thing does to it. So,
like example, if the power core gets damaged, you subtract 2 from the armor value of each of Sor Garax's target locations. So that's that sucks.
yeah.
So you don't want to lose your power core. Anybody's ever played War Machine? Similar to the Cortex. Alright.
And then there's the 2 stacks of the Army command cards.
One for Ultramarines.
And one for Word Bearers.
It's kind of cool. They got the big logo on the back there. I'm just going to take a look here at some of the stuff. Because basically, like, you'll get like a hand of these cards as you play. So, like, as an example for Ultramarines, they've got what's kind of cool. So it's got the card. It's got a little bit of fluff at the top in italicized writing. So it kind of like talks about the betrayal at Calth and some of the story. So like, this one's called like Not One Step Back. So you play at the start of any action phase, place the standard marker in a hex containing an Ultramarines unit, and place this card next to the board. Ultramarines units within the same hex as the standard marker or in an adjacent hex cannot be forced to retreat, and treat blanks as shields when making defense rolls. If a Word Bearer's unit enters the standard marker's hex, the marker is immediately removed and this card is discarded. So it gives you some different kind of benefits and stuff. Like, what kind of stuff you got over there?
This one's pretty cool. So Word Bearers play when an Ultramarines unit makes a ranged attack before attack dice are rolled. Have the number of attack dice rolled rounding down. It's called Would You Fire Upon Your Brothers?
Ooh, those rotten scoundrels. They're dirty.
Dirty bastards.
That's kind of cool. You've got a pretty good stack of cards that you use and you replenish, you reshuffle. That's kind of cool. Alright, and then we've got... Alright, you want to break those open?
Oh, the boards.
Oh, they even give you empty plastic baggies to put your cards in.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Nobody ever does that. I always have to use like Ziploc bags from the kitchen. I will go ahead and put my cards in my bag.
Touche, Game Joker. Touche.
Thinking of everything, GW. Thinking of everything.
Just work from it. Right, just
Struggling over there to get that wrap off?
Hey, you were struggling with the card wrap.
I was struggling with the wrap.
They wrapped it too well.
Hey, it's protection, right? Quality stuff.
Protect the merchandise. There we go. Oh, there's so much. Oh, that's trying to pop out there. Guess we'll just start with one.
Sure.
Pretty sweet looking. Just make an entire board out of all these.
And it's double-sided too.
Yeah.
And plus you got some little pop-out. Little
ditties.
like either like these are like doors or they're like...
Looks like they're doors.
So yeah, some kind of... Oh, there's doors right here. Looks like a pipeline. You got little door markers for certain scenarios that use them.
Yeah. Pretty sweet looking stuff. And is this one?
Yeah.
And these have all the army markers on them.
Yep. So you've got your like your action tokens.
Pretty sweet.
And everything just pops out, you know.
Yep.
Maybe. And this like thick quality cardboard too. Like this isn't thin stuff. This is some really heavy cardstock.
This one has more doors on it, on the sides here. Looks like they're at a distillery.
A distillery. Although the wine barrels on Calth. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Very nice.
And then the last one. This one has more tokens.
More tokens. You got some little. There's like a little altar or something there in the middle.
Yeah.
Or some kind of raised dais.
Ultimate symbol on it. And the other side.
Ooh.
Barren.
This one's just like tore up.
Some gnarly stuff happened there.
You got some word bearers stuff there. Some chaos going there.
Sacrificial pit.
Man. Those are some pretty cool tiles. Alright, so we've got two books in the bottom. So obviously the one that is black and white it looks to be your rules for constructing all of your models. Anybody that's built any GW stuff, you'll get one of these like in each of your kits.
The instructions.
So like how to build your Terminator, Praetor, the Centurion, like all the different options for building the different Marines with the different weapon loadouts, like Lightning Claw, Plasma Pistol, Chainsword, Bolt Pistol, Combi Bolters, all the different bits. How to put the legs on, how to put the arms on, how to attach the different weapons. Tactical Legionary. Like putting the backpack on, basically the final assembly of the models, and this is, you know, a picture of like what your squad should look like when you're done, ish, depending, you know, based on what you want to equip it with. These look like your Terminator rules on how to, or like instructions on how to put them all together. How the different weapon options, either like the Combi Bolter, the Heavy Flamer, Chain Fist, Power Fist, Lightning Claws. Pretty detailed too. Like look at all these different steps. You know, so you got 18A, 18B, 18C. Putting the different shields on the shoulder, using the different helmets. You know, then pictures of what the squads will look like in different configurations once you've got them built. Here you've got how to put your Contemptor Dreadnought together. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different steps. Basically, you build the body, you build the 2 arms, then you attach the 2 arms. And then this is the different markings because you get the what'd you do with the sheet?
Transfer sheet.
Yep. You get your cool little transfer sheet there. All your different stuff on it. So you've got all your Ultramarines. You've got all your word bearers up here, and then the different markings meaning different things. It even shows you like a picture. So like right. So this is this. Right. And it shows you like pointing at the different models, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it's got it labeled up here, so you can reference on what goes where. And then
there's got a lot of this really small printed like wording
like
and
some
stuff.
Script. I can't even read that. Let's look at this.
Because like I was looking at the paint job on Kurtha Said, and he has really small
Like that.
script on his chest and on his leg.
Ooh, that'll be kind of cool to use because you can kind of cut out this section here that's got this really fine text. You can cut it out to this shape that you want, and then you can put it on different pieces, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty entertaining. And then the back cover just shows you a picture of like this is everything that you'll get once it's built. So you get a pretty good amount of models: 5 Terminators, 30 Marines, basically 2 HQs, and a Contemptor Dreadnought. CJ, what do you got there?
The rules.
And it's kind of cool, so how it's the same design as the books that are being put out by Forge World.
Oh.
Like how they have the black, and then they have the lettering up here, then they have like some artwork there.
Yeah. And then, so, got some pretty cool stuff. We got like the 2 armies. It's got
Some really nice art.
some, just like
Some fluff.
some fluff a little bit. Then it gets into the introduction and the contents and stuff like that. Then
Those are some
more
pretty cool.
fluff.
Let's see if we can get them up there. There we go. Got some pretty cool like artwork right there. That's pretty awesome.
Kurtha Said, and I don't know his name. And it goes into your different people. So there's Sorgrax, there's Kurtha Said, there's Captain Atheon.
And then you got your Cataphractii Terminators.
And then the Legion Veteran. And then it shows your different board pieces.
Yep, your different panels.
Yep. And then it gets into the cards and the other components like the obstructions. That's what those are.
Okay. Barricades and obstructions.
Yep. And then your markers. Then the general principles. And playing the game. I do like seeing the models painted.
Almost makes you want to play Ultramarines, is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm good. Iron Warriors all the way. And then you got different actions.
And it's a lot like the 40K rulebook, how it's got like a top-down view of models and it's got an A, B, C, and it's demonstrating the different rules it's talking about. Instead of just having a bunch of text to read.
Ugh, I can't stand text. It's lame. Yep, just keeps going on in the actions. Resolving attacks. And then it gets into the effects of the critical damage, damage on Sorgrax. It goes into more detail on that. And then it shows the weapons, so range weapons. So it has like bolt pistol, combi bolter, and bolt gun. Holy combi bolter, so it's 4.
Shoot 4. And it's got the rules for their close assault and their critical effect if there is one.
Oh, okay. Then it gets into more guns.
So we got the Combi Weapon. So basically this is like this is a Combi Flamer, Combi Melter, Combi Plasma with like a blade on the end. The Heavy Bolter. The Heavy Flamer. The regular Flamer. Heavy Flamer shoots 6. Oof.
Melta gun, missile launcher, plasma gun, and plasma pistol. And yeah.
It's got ward gear down here at the bottom, so like the grenade harness, which is one of the upgrades you can take in 30k.
Or the Legion
Vexilla.
Vexilla, yeah.
Protect the standard, so like, you know, the standard bearer guy.
Pretty sweet. Melee weapons. The Contemptor Power Fist.
Or just Chain Fist, Power Sword.
Chain Sword.
Yeah, see, all you do is you just glue the claws on top of the Power Fist. That's kind of cool. It's kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but obviously the Lightning Claws look a little different in 40k. There's a decent enough difference between the Power Fist and the Lightning Claw.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, oh, we're just gonna attach claws to it and call it day. Chain Sword.
Pretty cool stuff. Got the scenarios, so the different scenarios of, I guess different.
Yeah, like so, like the different ways, like the different story missions to play.
Yep.
So you've then like you got like how to set up the board.
Wrath of
Viridia. Tells you how to set up the board,
Board.
mission rules.
The deployment zones. It'll show you where a lot of the extra bits go, like the blast doors and stuff.
Then it's got like your mission special rules, your forces. Like your forces for this one, each player's force consists of 1 Legion veteran tactical squad. So then it's got rules on how to build that. Setup and initiative, command cards, how to win, the different special rules. Seal the blast doors. This is the one where you have to get behind the doors and close it at the end of, so when he turns the door will close.
Yeah.
And you score points for each unit you've got in the blast doors, as like the blistering sun is going to rise and just cook everybody to death.
Very Chronicles of Riddick. And then there's
Flood the vaults. Scenario 2. I'm assuming like it's going to flood, you're going to drown, either going to burn or you're going to drown. Fantastic. Forces.
Ultramarine deployment zone.
But word bearers.
Ribbers.
Antechamber.
Yeah.
Like the forces for this one, Ultramarines consist of Captain Atheon and 1 Legion Terminator squad. The Word Bearers force consists of the Legion Veteran Tactical Squad. So it's kind of like scaling up like each scenario as you go, like you get different units to use. I'm assuming the last scenario you're just using everything you get.
Yeah. Knives of the Gloom. Knives in the Gloom. Just a teleporter node. Oh jeez.
Oh man, teleporter. The Labyrinth.
Oh, the what? It's all split
Well,
up.
it's got 2 separate boards with different ways. So, Nexus blast doors, barricade markers.
So Garx has his own deployment. It's like, that's all you get. You just get him.
Yeah, forces, let's see. The word bearers consist of, so Kurtha Sed, Sor Garax, and 2 Legion veteran tactical squads. Ultramarines, you get Captain Atheon, Legion veteran squad, and 1 Terminator squad. So you're getting like using most of the stuff you get. Scenario 5, Warquake, Into the Abyss.
Art.
More art, just like on the cover of the box.
Yep.
What do we got in the back here? A Destiny in Flames. Oh, it looks like we got some story. And it's got the same page layout also as the Horus Heresy rule books that are coming out from Forge World, because they have these cool little banners that have some side stuff. It's the same color paging as well.
Then it gets into the
Like
the character stories.
That's kind of cool. so you can actually kind of, you know, get to know who you play as. It's got some really cool like artwork. Let's see if we can get a little closer here, of just like what Ultramarine Space Marine armor looks like. Their Terminators, what they look like.
For the Sid.
Yeah, I don't know. See if we can get it close enough. If you can see on his chest plate there, all the little fine text, and then on his legs as well.
Well, that's the one thing about word bearers. They have a lot of text on their armor.
Yep. Well, they preached the word of the Emperor until he told him to stop. Wow, so look at him. He's got text all over the place. Like, all over himself.
Just beefy.
Mm.
Then it gets into more stuff from
Forge World, yeah. It talks about the Horus Heresy books, the Legion of Astartes books. Talks about the MP3s of like the different novels. Talks about the novels specifically that relate to the Betrayal at Calth. And then talks about upcoming release. Oh, McCragg's Honor, that's a graphic novel.
Oh, very nice.
It was written by Dan Abnett, I think. Dan Abnett and Neil Roberts. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
And then it has quick table on the back.
All right. Okay, we're going to clean this up. We'll be back for a wrap up in just a second. All right, gamers. So that was the contents of Horus Heresy Betrayal at Calth box set. So CJ, I want you to give our viewers your thoughts.
My thoughts, you get a lot of great models. There's a lot of good models in there. A lot of good detail. And the game itself looks pretty good. Like, I wouldn't mind playing it. You know, get everything built, painted, and play.
Yeah, we were just talking in between, like, so I'm going to paint Dark Angels and he's going to have Iron Warriors. There's nothing saying that we can't play the game, just, you know, one side is Word Bearers, one side is Ultramarines. You know, you can just play through the scenarios.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Because
like, it doesn't necessarily say that you have to take the Heavy Bolter or the Missile Launcher or Melt-A-Gun or Bolters or whatever. You just have to build your squads like to what it says. So you can actually take several different options. You can play it differently every time.
Yeah.
You know, each scenario differently depends on how you want to build your units. So let's talk about the model quality. How are you about the model quality? We looked at a lot of the Games Workshop stuff, and their stuff is really, really good. Right,
Yeah.
All resin. Now these are plastic kits from GW. So how do you think they compare?
So the Forge World stuff is fantastic because it's just like they have the raised pauldrons with the symbol on it.
Yep.
You know, they have different poses they can go into, especially the Contemptor Dreadnought.
Yeah, I do say the Contemptor Dreadnought, I like the way the Forge World one looks,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to scoff at getting a Contemptor Dreadnought in that box set
Oh no.
for its price.
No, it's fantastic. Other than that, I mean, a lot of the quality is fantastic. Just what you'd expect from Games Workshop and what they always put out with the models they put out.
Yeah, I've always been. It's very rarely that I'm dissatisfied. There's that whole Finecast fiasco that Games Workshop did. I have some of the Finecast stuff, and some of it turned out good. Some of it, you get some that didn't turn out very good. But they were always good about, like, if you got a bad kit, replacements and stuff. But anyway, back to that. I think the board that you like the pop outs, like the board that you use is very high quality. It's glossed. It's
real thick.
Real thick. It's not like flimsy paper stuff, so it's going to last for a while if you take care of it. I think all in all, for the price, even if you just buy it, just to build the models and paint them as Word Bearers and Ultramarines and just play the board game to have on the shelf on a rainy day, definitely worth it.
Oh yeah.
If you are planning to start 30K, Horus Heresy stuff, get you one of these boxes. Because the amount of models that you get in there for its price is unbeatable.
Oh, by far.
I think that's why we've bought 2 of them. One for he bought himself, or he's got him one, I've got one. Then we can just add to it. Honestly, I bought a second one. It's on the way. So that's going to give me 60 Marines, 2 Dreadnoughts,
10
Terminators, and 4 HQs that I could potentially use.
Yeah.
So I'm set that I just got to add in my particular units. I can add in some vehicles. Once the Dark Angel stuff comes out, then I can start getting some of that specific stuff. But from us here in the dungeon, I say thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. All right, fantastic. So once again, thanks for watching. I want you to visit us over there at the Facebook page at facebook.com/GameMastersDungeon for some new updates on content and painting projects and things like that. And until we see you again, happy gaming.